Mic check. Yo. Yes, now bless. Now Des ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV. Signing in. This one goes out to Marcus Jones, a new member of the patron. Thank you ever so much. He's recommended I check out the Weakerthans. Now, I have never, ever come across this band before, so this is going to be fantastic. This is going to be a real 0 to 100 first time reaction, yeah? I don't know what to expect. I do not know what to expect. The record is entitled Left and Leaving. We've got 12 tracks on this record. Without further ado, let's jump head first in. Let's go. Let's not read any comments, actually. Let's just see what comes up.
Garage sale Saturday, I need to pay my heart's outstanding bills. A cracked up compass and
This is Everything Must Go.
Watch, some plastic daffodils.
We got a lyricist here.
Cutlery and coffee cups I stole from all-night restaurants. A sense of wonder only slightly used. A year or two to haunt you in the dark. For a phone call from far away.
Great dynamic. That guitar work. Just dabbing on there.
How are you today? And the sign recovery comes.
Have we got any information on this band in the description? Epitaph put this record out. John Sutton, the Weakerthans. We got Stephen Carroll, John K. Sampson, Jason Tate and John Sutton. Epitaph Records. Who are these dudes?
Broken ones.
Oh! Yeah, that drummer.
Wage slave
Great energy to this.
40-hour work week weighs 1,000 kilograms. So bend your knees comes with a free fake smile for all your dumb demands. A cordless razor that my father bought when I turned 17. A puke green sofa and the outline to a complicated dream of dignity. For a laugh too loud and too long.
This is going to be a really good listen through. What is this? Who is this? I've never come across this act before. At first I thought maybe we'll be getting into like folk punk territory. As we went a little further, I thought it's like a singer-songwriter-esque band. I can't put my finger on what I'm getting here. This is really interesting. We got a side coming up next, which has got coming up to 3 times the views of that last one. This is exciting. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. There's ROCKSTEADY King of the Pit TV signing in. Yeah, that last tune had a fantastic groove. There was a great contrast between the overt groove and the reeled back, suppressed dynamic of the band. Let's jump straight in. The second one's entitled Aside. We're listening to Left and Leaving by the Weakerthans, as recommended by Marcus Jones on the Patreon. Let's go. Bruh! I didn't see this coming. I did not see. I thought we were going to continue with the same clean sound. Pop punk.
Measure me in metered lines in one decisive stare. The time it takes to get from here to there. My ribs that show through T-shirts and these shoes I got for free. I'm unconsoled, I'm lonely, I am so much better than I used to be.
This is on the Wedding Crashers.
Terrified of telephones and shopping malls and knives, and drowning in the pools of other lives. Rely a bit too heavily on alcohol and irony, get clobbered on by courtesy, in love with love and lousy poetry. And I'm leaning on this broken fence between past and present tense. And I'm losing all those stupid games that I swore I'd never play. But it almost feels okay. Circumnavigate this body of wonder and uncertainty, armed with every precious failure and amateur cartography. Breathe in deep before I spread those maps out on my bedroom floor.
Here we go. Let's go.
And I'm leaning on this broken fence between past and present tense. And I'm losing all those stupid games that I swore I'd never play. But it feels okay, and I'm leaving with goodbye.
This is really good. This is really good. The vocalist reminds me of someone, but I've forgotten who. His voice reminds me of someone. Somewhat. And I don't know who. I do not know who. But I thought this record was put out 3 years back. It turns out it was released in 2000. Am I right in saying that? So this band, for me, has really gone under the radar. I've never seen this act referenced. We've got a music video coming up next. Let's not waste no time. There's ROCKSTEADY King of the Pit TV. We're listening to the Weakerthans. Left and Leaving. This one's a music video. It's track 3 of 12. Watermark it's entitled. I'll be blocking up most of the video, don't worry, we're here for the music.
I count to 3 and grin. You smile and let me in. We sit and watch the wall. You paint it purple. Speech will spill on space. Our little cups of grace. Pauses rattle on about the way that you cut that snow fence, brave the blood, the metal of those hearts that you always end up pressing your tongue to. How your body still remembers things you told it to forget. How those furious affections followed you.
But this is a great band. Come on.
I've got this store-bought way of saying I'm okay, and you've learned how to
Da, da, da.
be total silence. We're talented and bright, we're lonely and uptight. We found some lovely ways to disappoint, but the airport's always almost empty this time of the year. So let's go play on a baggage carousel.
Nice. Some good licks on this.
Forward like we're just arriving here from a past we left in a place we knew too well. We knew too well.
Bam, bam.
Hold on to the corners of today. I will fold them up to say until it's needed. Stand still. Let me scrub that brackish line that you got when something rose and then receded.
Great tune. Fantastic tune. Music video was on a bit of a budget, but we're not talking about that. That was a great tune. That was Watermark. This is a quality sound. This is a quality sound. The fact it was put out in 2000 and has that audio aesthetic makes it even cooler, to be honest with you. It gives it a great soundscape. It's not overtly polished like the pop punk-esque bands you would get, or the folk punk-esque bands you would get of this day and age. I'm still trying to understand what genre this band is, though. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop it on hold for a second. I'm just going to nip to the shops and get something to drink, and I'll be back in a moment, alright? We've got Pamphleteer coming up next. I'll see you there. Yo, yes now, blessed now, don't forget rest now. Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. Pamphleteer is the title of this one. We're listening to Left and Leaving, should I say, by the Weakerthans. It's been a great listen so far. I was going to say a great experience. It's been a great experience and a great listen. This listen through's devoted to Marcus Jones, who recommended this via the Patreon. What a great, so far, what a great recommendation. Never heard this band in my life. Relatively long one at 5 minutes 16 coming up. Let's go. Cute little fade in on this. Sounds a bit like Dinosaur Jr.
I'm standing on this corner, can't get their attention. Facing rush hour, faces turned around. watch my stack of paper press one to a chest, then watch it swoop, stutter to the ground. I'm weary with right angles, abbreviated daylight, waiting for winter to be done. Why do I still see you in every mirrored window, in all that I could never overcome? How I don't know what I should do with my hands when I talk to you. How you don't know where you should look, so you look at my hands. How movements rise and then dissolve, melted by our shallow breath. How causes dance away from me. I am your pamphleteer. I walk this room in time to the beat of the Gestaner, contemplate my next communique. The rhetoric and treason of saying that I'll miss you, of saying, hey, well, maybe you should stay. Sing, oh, what force on earth could be weaker than the feeble strength of one like me, remembering the way it could have been. So help me with this barricade. No surrender, no defeat. A specter's haunting Albert Street. I am your pamphleteer. I'm your pamphleteer. I am your pamphleteer.
So that was a nice little ballad-esque number, Pamphleteer. Beyond a pop punk band, innit, really? This is a rock band. This is a rock band, very multifaceted. We've had a soft number to start with. We've had a couple of pop punk-esque numbers in the middle. We've got like a more ballad-esque, rockier number here. I mean, we're not headbanging, are we? But it's nice and soothing. They've got a little bit of mix and match between both sides of the spectrum here. We've got track number 5 coming up next. All right, let's keep going. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. This is A Fire Door Never Leave Open is track number 5 of 12 on the record Left and Leaving by the Weakerthans. Let's just jump straight in, shall we? Back to the distortion. Or more overt distortion, should I say.
Headlights race towards the corner of the dining room.
I've not mentioned it yet, but this band's very lyrical as well, right? That's why I said initially on the first song, we're like a bit of a singer-songwriter-esque vibe to it. Very lyrical content.
And half illuminate a face before they disappear. You breathe in 40 years of failing to describe a feeling. I breathe out smoke against a window, trace the letters in your name. Our letters sound the same, full of all our changing. It isn't change at all straight line circles sometime. Somewhere there's a box full of replacement parts too. All the tenderness we've broken or let rust away. Somewhere sympathy is more than just a way of leaving. Somewhere someone says I'm sorry. Someone's making plans to stay. So tell me it's okay. Tell me anything, or show me there's a pull unassailable that will lead you there from the dark alone to benevolence.
I do hear a little bit of Dinosaur Jr. in the production of this record. With those, you know, they're not fuzzed guitars like Dinosaur Jr. used, but there's a lot of melodic aspect that I find in Dinosaur J Mascis playing, you know. A little bit of the vocal as well indirectly. A little bit. Like them leads there. Bro, I think there's a lot of Dinosaur Jr. in this band. If you've checked that band out, if you haven't done, please do and listen back if you're a fan of the Weakerthans. Come on now, let's go. 3, 4.
headlights race towards the corner of the dining room and half illuminate a face before they disappear.
Very good, very cool. I like the production. It's got a very nostalgic tone to it. It's absolutely fantastic sound to this band. The vocal comes with such a clarity as well. How through the quiet and lesser dynamic and the clean instrumentation, and then it kicks into like the distorted, overdriven guitars. And well, I know they're two different things. Let's call it overdriven guitars. And that audacity. The vocal performance is borderline the same, yet still has the same clarity in the mix. I wonder how they did that live. Let's keep going. We've got Without Mythologies coming up next. Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're listening to the Weakerthans, which was recommended and devoted to Marcus Jones via the Patreon. Thank you very much, Marcus. This is track 6 of 12. So after this one, we're at the halfway point. It's entitled Without Mythologies. 3 minutes 12. Let's go.
Slippery concrete, black and full of muddy slush, contrasting with the hoarfrost clean and hung.
Sounds a little bit, the cadences are like a band we had, or at least it was a one-man project who created a band out of it called the Lightning Seeds here in the UK. Really good band, by the way. 90s band.
On a tunnel of silent, shivering trees, the ones you said you'd like to be, and the birds that screamed at the sun. Now buried deep below the ground, beneath the snow, I press my shoulder to this wall between us. I know you are behind me, and I press my shoulder to this wall, determined not to turn around. I do and see you standing, still that statue that I molded in my mind to kiss, so beautiful you'll never move again. Someplace far away, some sad table littered with chip plates, with bad light in 48 frames from a movie on a cutting room floor. You said true meaning would be dying with you, and though I wanted to, I did not smile. But now I will give up on this wall that I have fought with, never uncover meaning behind our rich words. If I could, I would make you a raging river with angry rapids supplied with rain, so you could always meander and forever be able to run away without contending with myths wrongly interpreted, with pain.
Fantastic resonance there to that big crash, eh? Very cool. That was Without Mythologies. That was my least favourite on the record. That didn't speak to my tastes. That was for people who enjoyed the poetic content of the band, no doubt. I want to hear big instrumental soundscapes. I like the music, but it wasn't, you know what I mean. I prefer a bit more of a beat. We got Left and Leaving, the title track, coming up. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're listening to the Weakerthans' Left and Leaving record. This one is the title track. It's entitled Left and Leaving. It's track 7 of 12. Let's jump in, shall we?
My city's still breathing, but barely, it's true. Through buildings gone missing like teeth. The sidewalks are watching me think about
Bro, this guitar work here is so emo, man.
you. Sparkled with broken glass. I'm back with scars to show.
I'm back with scars to show.
Back with the streets I know will never take me anywhere but here.
Whoa.
The stain in the carpet, this drink in my hand, the strangers whose faces I know. We meet here for our dress rehearsal to say I wanted it this way. Wait for the year to drown. Spring forward, fall back down. I'm trying not to wonder where you are.
Love the guitar work on this.
All this time,
That's got to be brushes on the snare.
someone choose who's left and who's leaving.
Here we go.
Memory will rust and erode into lists of all that you gave me. The blankets and matches, this pain in my chest. The best parts of lonely. Duct tape and soldered wires. New words for old desires.
New words for old desires.
And a birthday card I threw away.
Better.
I wait in for time. Count yellow highway lines that you're lying on to lead you home. That you're lying on to lead you home. That you're lying on to lead you home.
I love that repetitious broken chord progression in the background. That was brilliant. Fantastic songwriting, eh? Really good. Very good compositions as a whole, as a band. Well structured. Great development as the song progresses
write-
when we implement the other instrumentation at the right times, the right moments. We got Elegy for Elizabeth coming up next. Let's keep going. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Left and Leaving, the record by the Weakerthans, put out in 2000 from what I'm aware. This one's entitled Elegy for Elizabeth. If that's how it's pronounced, it's track 8 of 12. Let's go.
So the fields are stubble, gardens done, where the scary scarecrow stands, sees her holding up her eyes with her hands. She's so tired of reading Daddy's lips, that essay on a frown. Watch your
That essay on a frown.
memories of human voices drown. Let
Come on.
horsey break between the thunder boom, make grasses swish.
These guys can write a bloody good tune, eh?
The cricket ring. Let every sound consecrate our whispering. Words that better never heard.
What is that? High end of a keyboard. High register keyboard. Little tambourine in there.
Creak, the creaking doors to rooms that do. Much has happened in. Let every sound,
Let every sound
consecrate our whispering. The words that better never heard.
That was a good tune. That I'm surprised that only had 20k views. That was like the least listened to on the record. But I felt there was a lot of value to that. I thought when I saw the view count, well, it is 6 minutes odd. Maybe it's just a bit of a drag. But I thought that was a great tune. That great groove as always on the drums, keeps the head bopping. Fantastic instrumentation. Very unique solo. I don't know what that was. I assume it was a synth, but like really high register on whatever instrument they were modelling. We've got History to the Defeated coming up next. I like that. I like that tune just then. Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV. Bruh, I got the sun screaming through my window at me right now. So if I have to duck and dive from time to time, don't blame me, alright? I'm not hating though, I'm not hating. We got track number 9 of 12 on the album Left and Leaving coming up by the Weakerthans. This track is entitled History to the Defeated. Let's go.
There's blood in the sink. He's plunging his wrists in. A hangover halo is washing away.
Little bluesy number this one, eh?
School dropout stares into the
I'm surprised Epitaph put this out, you know.
mirror, stands up in his derelict daydreams. Always too tall, always walked around wearing a smile that was never quite sure of itself. Planning a future of failures inflicted in phone calls from strip clubs and bail bonds. There's a light left on. There's a pace to our direction. There's a movie still. A heart I'd like to mention. Don't give me that look.
Bro, this is one of the slowest songs I've ever heard. What tempo's this?
I looked harder than most did. Let details
This is really
like
slow.
sharp nails punch holes in my shoes. Soft trace to frown as I put the receiver down. Where do I go for a pardon? There's a light fiction. There's a movie still. Of a heart I'd like to mention. Listing what's left.
There's something that drummer has. What is that? Is it a China? It just resonates atop of the mix. Just that.
Signed Slayer
What is that?
T-shirt.
I've heard it since the start of the record.
Car up on blocks in his mother's backyard.
You can hear the fizzle of the amp there. One of the thing what I think creates beauty and connection with this to their listeners, for those who like the lyrical content, who like the vocal line, is the way the vocals are recorded are so intimate and close. You hear you hear the slightest nuance and human in the voice. It sounds as if you are there with them and he is saying it directly to you, as opposed to this overtly polished, pristine, perfect performance where they cut all of that stuff out. That was an alright tune. I'll be honest with you, I'd like to hear a little more overdriven stuff. We've had quite a run as of recent with the cleaner songs, and I like a mix of both personally. We've got Exiles Among You coming up next. Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, listening to Left and Leaving by the Weakerthans. Exiles Among You is the title of this one. It's track number 10 of 12. Let's go. Devoted to Marcus. Rock and roll, come on.
Body's a difficult sister, and she loves her and hides her somewhere in herself.
This song has huge trans vibes. I love it.
Safe from harm. She's barely coasting into a paycheck, stuck on empty. Her blue eyes frozen green in the low lit.
Her blue eyes frozen green.
ATM. I need a way to measure the distance. I need a way to say why. Out of breath or out of key. Her voice resonated in me. Wish on everything. Pray that she remains proud and strange and so hopelessly hopeful. Her body's a difficult sister, and she loves her and hides her somewhere in herself, safe from harm. Her night shift is over, she's writing you a postcard to say that she's okay and it's raining there again. My fury's rising faster than bus fares. Could someone clarify why? There's no structured narrative, no neat storyline to explain. Wish on everything. Pray that she remains proud and strange and so hopelessly hopeful. Wishes and prayers, I would wish on everything, even though She shoplifts some Christmas gifts and a bracelet for herself, and considers phoning home. Has some quarters in her hand, but she sits down on the sidewalk and bites her bottom lip and spends the afternoon wheeling traffic lights to change.
Some fantastic, hot, jangling guitars there to finish that track off. That was a nice outro. That's some fantastic lyrical content in that. I really like that song. I really like that one. I thought that was really good. We've got My Favourite Chords coming up next, track 11. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV. We're listening to the Weakerthans. This is track 11 of 12 on the Left and Leaving record entitled My Favourite Chords. That last track was really good. So let's keep the theme going, all right?
Tearing up streets again. They're building a new hotel.
We've got a bolder vocal presence than what we've had.
Killing kids to keep taxes down. And me and my anger sit folding a paper bird, letting the curtains turn to beating wings. Wish I had a socket set to dismantle this morning. Just one pair of clean socks.
One pair of clean socks. Come on now, let's go.
When you get off work, meet me at the construction site, and we'll write some notes to tape to the heavy machines. Like we hope they treat you well. Hope you don't work too hard.
I'm going to be with you in 1 second. What I'm going to do is Google the genre of this band. Are we going to have folk punk in the mix? That's what I want to know. Are we going to have folk punk in the mix? Let me find out. The results are in. The top 2 genres was indie rock and folk rock. All right?
We hope you get to be
folk punk was not on the Wikipedia page.
Sometimes. And bring your Swiss Army knife and a bottle of something. And I'll bring some spray paint.
The other genres were alternative, post-punk, and emo.
To keep all our tenderness.
There you go.
Keep all those bad ideas. Keep keep all our hope.
Keep all our hope, hope,
It's
hope,
here in the
hope, hope.
smallest bones, the feet and the inner ear. It's such an enormous thing to walk and to listen. And I'd like to fall asleep to the beat of you breathing.
Oh, didn't see that coming.
Room near a truck stop on a highway somewhere. Well, you are a radio. You are an open door. I am a faulty string of blue Christmas lights.
Blue Christmas lights.
You swim through frequencies. You let that stranger in as I'm blinking off and on and off again. And we've got a lot of time, or maybe we don't.
Maybe we don't.
But I'd like to think so. So let me pretend. Well, these are my favorite chords. I know you like them too. When I get a new guitar, you could have this one. And sing me a lullaby. Sing me the alphabet. Sing me a story I haven't heard yet.
Fantastic way with words there. Really good lyrical content. Fantastic development on that tune. I did not see the instrumentation popping in for the last quarter of the song. Brilliant development. Let's finish this record off. We've got Slips and Tangles to finalise this record, alright? There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're finishing the record Left and Leaving by the Weakerthans with this track. Slips and Tangles is the name of it. And without further ado, let's finalise. This listen through has been devoted to Marcus Jones via the Patron. I appreciate you ever so much. This has been a whole new world for me. And I've enjoyed every moment of it, to be honest. We've got one last video at the end. I'll give you my overview. And I'll rate it out of 10 for you, alright? Wonderful, says the only commenter. Might be an instrumental to finish off.
Neon lights
Or not.
and slinking purple skies. Squeeze out soft regrets from all our lives. I greet another door that opens in to that place where we repeatedly begin, tangled up in tribe, slipping on. I wonder why I'd face
That booming kick there just reverberates through the mix. Boom. What a presence.
Another urban wasteland thick with fear.
Thick with fear.
Icy lights that shine like frozen television tears. Oh, dying and
That little bit of string work. There's that violin.
another day.
Little
Please
twinkling
tell me
piano.
what it is I wanna say. I'm tangled up in tribe, slipping on. Wonder why I face affectionate embrace. Affectionate embrace.
Affectionate embrace. That was fantastic. That was really good, and that was a great outro to the record. Great instrumentation. The invitation of the string section was really good, as well as incorporating some piano keys in there as well, which we didn't really have on the rest of the record. That was really cool. Let's finish this off with a final review. I'll see you there. Alright, people? Yes, now bless. Now don't forget the rest. Now there's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV. The Weakerthans is what we just listened to. We listened to a track-by-track run-through of the album Left and Leaving. It was recommended by a Mr. Marcus Jones on the Patreon. So let me say thank you very much to Marcus, because this has been unlike the majority of things I've ever heard before. I could not classify it into a particular genre, which is a little bit of a specialised music interest nerd. It was quite a serious position to be in, where I could not categorise what I was listening to. Initially, I thought a bit of folk punk. Then I went into thinking a bit of pop punk when I heard the second and third track. And then I heard a little bit of a ballad-esque track. I thought, alright, let's just reel it back to a rock band. Wikipedia told me indie rock. Wikipedia told me folk rock. Okay, so we'll leave it there as far as genre is concerned. A fantastic showcase of songwriting capability in this record. It really is a lyrical band. So the instrumental is fantastic, and me personally, I'm a musician as opposed to a singer. I do like writing. I am a writer, but when listening to music, lyrical content doesn't necessarily stand out first and foremost. It's not the most important thing to me, because I'm a guitarist firstly. So I sort of miss the target market a little bit when it comes to this music. But with that being said, it was a fantastic change from the norm, and I really enjoyed this. The band was great. Bro, as far as tempos are concerned, we had one song on here which might as well have been like the slowest song I have ever heard on this channel. The tempo was so reeled back, and it was proper cool to hear, to be fair. I heard a little bit of Coldplay. I heard a little bit of Dinosaur Jr. I mean, Coldplay came after this with their debut, I think. Parachutes came out after 2001, I think. But I heard a bit of Coldplay. I heard a bit of Dinosaur Jr. I heard some folk punk band in the vocal line. I can't remember whom exactly. I don't know if I want to say the Violent Femmes, whether they come from the same sort of area in America, perhaps, or Canada, or I don't know where the hell. Florida, I think this was recorded from the credits. Maybe it was Florida. Maybe that was the last band I listened to. I don't know. You tell me. I'm on a learning curve here. 12 tracks. It was the right amount of material. The thing is, normally I'd say we could cut a couple of songs off. I think with a band like this, they didn't overstay it. The songs were extra long, and they came with a different environment each and every song, which kept it fresh, you know. So 12 songs was enough. Arguably, you could have had 13, 14, and the people would have been happy. Underrated band, quite potentially, because this was put out in 2000, and although being in the alternate community, I've never really come across this band at all in my life. This really was a first time listen. You know, sometimes I say it's a first time listen, but I might have indirectly come across the band through references elsewhere. Not at all with this band, so that's what made it such a fascinating listen. Bassist didn't have an incredible presence in the mix. Drummer had a fantastic presence. Guitarist had a fantastic presence. Frontman had a fantastic presence. The lyrical content, yes. Bassist kind of got left out a little bit, to be honest with you. Didn't really pick up on it, the bassist in the mix, too much. If I'm going to rate this record, I'll meet you halfway. I'd say as far as music is concerned, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Me, I'd give it a 6 with my personal tastes, because I'd need a special connection emotionally I'd have to go through a particular time to connect with this, and more than likely that sort of links to my earlier years as opposed to me now. But I'd give it a 6, so I'll meet you halfway and give it a 7 out of 10, which is a very respectable and respectful score as far as this channel is concerned. I thought this was good, and you know what? I'd be more than happy to listen further to see where this band develops from here, because I've seen that they put a couple other records out, so I'd be interested to see where they go. A lot of good lines in this record. Normally I don't really pick up on the lyrical content, as I said earlier, but there's been a lot of good lines where I thought that's a brilliant little line. That a lot of good metaphorical lyricism and storytelling, and really captures an emotion, and I appreciate this band. I thought it was really good. I'm very surprised Epitaph put this out of all record labels. So on that note, I'm going to sign out, and I'll see you on the flip side, people. One love.